And good morning, happy Monday. It is bright and shiny here in the GameSpot offices, and I'm sitting here with Justin Calvert, who has been playing the hell out of Gran Turismo 5, which we got in not too long ago. So we're just going to take it away. We know you guys have been looking forward to it for many, many years. So let's dive right in. Justin, what are we checking out?
Yeah, I'll take you to the main menu screen here so you can see what you're going to see the first time you start it up. One thing I'll point out right off the bat is that there's a pretty lengthy optional install that you can do, which we have done. So that takes about maybe 40-45 minutes to install like 6.5 gig to your hard drive. It definitely speeds things up, but you're still probably going to see a few load times. If you don't install at all, those load times are a lot longer.
And then to be clear, the game does another way. It goes about installing in a different way.
Yeah, it kind of installs stuff on the fly as and when you need it, so that you're like the first time you go to a track, it'll install it. But the weird thing is that it seems to install it again the second time you go there. So I'm not really sure. Okay, so first I'll just show you arcade mode real quick. So I've imported all my cars from the PSP version of Gran Turismo. You can only import 50, and then those are only available in arcade mode. So 2-player battles, drift trials, time trials, and single races. So I'll set up a single race here. Plenty of tracks to choose from. So let's maybe go. You know what, I'm going to go back to London. How about that?
You might as well go local for yourself. That's all good.
So yeah, there's plenty here. So actually I haven't marked any cars as favorites. So these are the cars that you just get in arcade mode. There's a pretty good number of them. Yeah, more than enough. But then these are the ones that I've imported from my PSP. So yeah, 50 cars that I unlocked in that. So what do I want to drive? And you know what? This is my favorite car in the world, so I'm going to drive that.
All right, now, and you pick the 50, right? It just doesn't grab 50.
Yeah, you can pick any 50. It basically presents you with a huge list of like every single car on your PSP, and then it's like, you know, which 50 do you want to import? And you're not limited to just doing that once. So you can definitely, you know, if you import 50 and you're like, you know what, I don't need 10 different Honda S2000s. Maybe I'll swap a few out for these other cars I've unlocked. So yeah, you have that option for sure. So yeah, still loading here just for a second.
And this is after the install.
And this is after the install.
Okay.
Still takes a little while. Okay, here we go. Let's just jump right in. So shows you all the cars you're up against. Like previous GTs, it's like sometimes you'll get a real good mix, and you know, it feels like the cars are fairly evenly matched. But there have definitely been times when I've gone into races where I felt horribly overpowered or underpowered, and you know, not much chance of winning. So this is obviously the kind of bumper cam. We've got a hood cam, and we've got this cam. Now, what you're probably wondering is why I'm not going to use the interior view with the cockpit and steering wheel and stuff. And that is because, well, okay, this car isn't going to cut it.
Bad choice.
But that's because this particular car, like about 800 others, does not have an interior, which I don't know. I mean, I was pretty surprised by that because I knew the premium cars were the only ones that were going to have the kind of super sweet interiors, but actually they're the only ones that have interiors, period. Which is unfortunate, you know, because I think if you're playing, especially if you're going to play with a steering wheel, then you know, you probably want to use that view, and that is, yeah, it's just not an option with a lot of the cars. What I will say is that based on the cars I've unlocked so far in GT mode, I think most of the premium cars are the kind of high-end ones that you're going to want to be using later on. So, you know, once you've gone through GT mode and unlocked, oh shoot,
Duh.
It's okay. You know what? This car won't damage either, so don't even worry about it.
This
Look at
is
that.
true. So
not a scratch.
talk to us about the damage model, because that does also apply to premium.
I mean, I haven't been exploring the damage model too much because I've been trying to just get through the game and like unlock stuff as much as I can. But the premium cars to date are the only ones I've noticed any damage on. And I mean, you'll probably see some when I take out a Ferrari or something. But yeah, like they kind of crumple and stuff, but it's not necessarily. I don't know, like it's like headlight. Like I was driving a Mini, and like I smacked it real good, and the headlights they look like they crumpled like a panel, rather than smash because they're made of glass. Okay, I was just going to say I'll quit this, but I guess I'm almost done with my spectacular 10th place finish. So
Well, we're just going to chalk that up to you're showing the range.
Yeah. Well, then you know what? Maybe then we can check out the replay real quick, just so we can see that. And
in terms of replay, what kind of features do we have this installment?
So with the full replay, you can definitely change all the camera angles and stuff the way you've always been able to in these things. So it's not doing the replay yet. It's just the. But yeah, and then one of the other things you can do is you can like stop it at any time, and you can take photos and that kind of stuff. And that's actually the only way that you can take photos of cars that are non-premium. If you want to do like they have the full-on photo mode where you get to use all fancy camera settings and really set something up to look like gorgeous.
Glamour shots, yeah.
You can only use premium cars. So my 2000 GT here, my favorite car in the world, I cannot use in photo mode because I guess the model, I mean you can see the model there, it has some jagged lines and stuff. It's maybe, it doesn't look all that really. I guess it looks cool, but there are some caveats there. So that's the replay anyway.
All right.
So obviously you can change the view. You can have all the different views that you want. So let's go into Gran Turismo mode. So yeah, Gran Turismo mode obviously it's a lot like it is in previous games. One of the things that I think is new, it's a long time since I played GT4, but so they still have the license tests, but I think they appear to be like completely optional now, because the way that you unlock additional challenges and stuff is by leveling up as a driver, and license tests contribute to that. Like you earn XP, but you also earn XP for races and for all that stuff, so you don't really need to do the license test, I don't think. I've done a couple of them anyway. So I'll show you the special events first. Those are kind of neat. There's a bunch of different ones. So I'll show go-karting first. How about that? So so go-karting, NASCAR school. So far, this is the only NASCAR stuff I've seen where it's like lessons from Jeff Gordon, and I haven't yet done a full NASCAR race, but I'm assuming that stuff's in there. Top Gear test track, that's some fun stuff. Like
it's your favorite?
Yeah, like the first one is you race in those VW camper vans, then you race around in like Lotuses and that stuff. AMG Driving Academy, lessons driving around the Nürburgring in a bunch of different cars. Rally does exactly what it says on the tin. Grand Tour, that's like you have to do a bunch of very different events back to back, like spanning like all across Europe. This one I haven't quite unlocked yet because I have to be level 16 to do that, and I'm only level 15. But maybe by the end of this, then we'll get going. So first I'll show you some go-karting. And let's go to Tokyo Bay. And I do have my own go-kart, which it's not going to give me the option to change into it unless I go to the garage. Okay. And that is one of the premium cars. So there's my go-kart.
How much were you able to tweak it?
You mean like mess with the settings and stuff on the go? I actually haven't tried doing much of the go-kart. I guess you probably can tune it. Oh, it looks like. Oh yeah, I can. Nah, just tires, I guess, on a go-kart.
What is a go-kart?
Yeah, it is a go-kart. Okay, so now it should let me race. So yeah, the go-karts are pretty twitchy, as you would expect. So I'll apologize in advance for any crazy driving. But
it is first thing in the morning.
The other thing is, it's a Gran Turismo game though, so you can definitely get away with a lot where like banging into other cars and stuff is concerned. It's I was racing one event where it was like an all Ferrari challenge, and you start at the back of a pack of 60 Ferraris, and trying to drive sensibly, I was finding it really, really tough. But if I just kind of barrel down the first straight, crash into everyone on the first corner, I could be like in a podium position before we're out of that corner.
So this is you.
Next to no damage. And that's my small thing, but yeah, the first thing you have to do in GT mode is actually choose your driver, like choose his outfit. Whoa, oh, okay, off to a good start. It's okay. If I get this going, I can totally catch you.
Alright, I have faith. Alright, so you basically pick your driver.
Yeah, you have to choose your driver and then you're stuck with it forever. You make a point of telling that to you. So I've got white overalls and a red helmet forever. Which is all good. So yeah, hopefully I can catch these guys.
And so visual-wise, this looks fairly low-key. Because I mean, it's a go-kart track.
Yeah, I mean, the tracks are... I don't know. I mean, you can judge for yourself, right? I mean, the tracks, they look okay, but I don't know that they look, awesome. they look fine, and you don't get a lot of pop-up, and everything moves fast, and I haven't had any frame rate hitches or anything like that, so that's all good. But it's a 5-lap race. I can catch
Maybe we'll let you get in first position and then back out, because I know the people at home want to watch five laps of go-kart racing.
You mean people might be getting bored of go-karts, really?
Quite possibly. Now this was one of the cool new things that they announced for the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's new, and it's kind of fun, and
so how deep?
It's a very different way to drive. It's not that deep. I mean, I think the only stuff there is in go-karting is there's like 2 or 3 tracks, and then they just appear in challenge mode. So you've just got beginner, intermediate, and expert challenges. I've already got gold on beginner and intermediate ones. This is one of the intermediate ones. But then the expert stuff, I have to be a higher level before I'm allowed to attempt. But yeah, you get the idea. I think we can probably quit out of this now.
You could totally have taken this if you'd wanted to. We get that.
I could have won. I think that goes without saying.
All right.
Okay, let's quit out.
And so basic structure, like all the Gran Turismos we know.